All right,
I
how's
don't
that?
know,
There
man,
we go.
but I think I'm gonna have to carry the team here
I
because
think so, mate.
one guy's looking at his phone, the other guy's fucking trying to fix shit.
All right, so yeah, we definitely had a mic issue there. My
Looking up how to solve the mic issue.
no, I fixed it now. OBS was
Fixed
just
it. It's all good.
yeah. OBS every time I restart it now, it keeps reverting to some default setting and it fucks it up entirely.
And on that note, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about those technical difficulties and
We'll cut
absence
that.
of talking,
Oh my God.
but we are here to celebrate another day, another week,
We're
another
alive.
episode of Top End. What is this? 18, 19?
17,
37, baby.
16,
Finally made
17,
it.
something like that.
37 inches. Fool me
37
anytime.
inches, baby. 37 millimeters, baby. Is what we're about here.
That's more like it.
37. 37 what? That's enough, Your Honor.
What are you drinking there, Matzo?
I'm having a bit of the lolly water, I guess. A bit of cordial.
Cordial.
What do they call it in America? Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
I like how you say it with a French accent when it's from
A bit of tropical concentrate.
That's definitely what Americans sound like.
And
Yeah,
what do you got there,
Coolidge.
mate? Got a bit of Coolidge?
Yeah, mate, Coolidge straight
Awesome.
from the fridge at KFC.
Oh, you had KFC tonight, did you?
Yeah,
What'd
feeling
you
it.
get?
I was just been working too hard. I was just like, nah, I gotta get something fucking
I'm just
Need-
thinking,
fuck
You
it.
need your chicken
you,
fix.
I love how you couldn't just say, yeah, I got KFC. You had to find a
you
way
know.
to slide in a justification.
Look,
Right,
guys,
that's you
normally,
saying you know
hey,
it's bad.
normally I'm healthy, but tonight, you gotta let it slip sometimes.
Sometimes a bit good, sometimes a
I
bit
haven't
shit.
had it in so long, eh?
Honestly, I
It's
haven't had it in
been
a while too.
Days.
Days.
Nah, I reckon
Absolute
it's
days.
been like about month and a half since I've had it, which for me is
Did you have
ridiculous.
it Did you have it with the old fam?
Nah,
just by yourself?
nah, just me.
Bachelor's dinner, mate.
That's it, mate. Nothing like a dirty bird bachelor meal.
What is it they call the chook in a bag? Is it
Oh,
bachelor's,
yeah.
Bachelor's,
Chook in a
Yeah, bachelor
I can't
something.
remember yeah, bachelor's purse,
feast
shit,
or
handbag.
Oh, yeah, bachelor's.
The bachelor's handbag, I think is what they call
The
it.
question is, where'd you eat it?
What? KFC?
Yeah, did you eat it in your room? Did you eat it on the table? Did you eat it in your car?
In the kitchen? Where my
Ah.
table is.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not gonna fucking get crumbs everywhere. I got a podcast to run, man. You look how much I clean up this place.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
make
you
it
know,
spick
like
and span.
sometimes, like I always go through the drive-through, and then I just park in the car park and just smash it down.
What for? They got tables inside. It doesn't cost you any extra.
I don't want to walk out my car, man. That's fucking the whole point of
I
a
don't
drive-through.
like
leather
looking at the
seats,
kind of people that get KFC on the regular and dine in. I like looking at that.
Yeah, fair point. You make a good point.
Also, they're like, I feel like sometimes eating junk food is better if you do it shamefully, which is like the definition of eating in your car. It's
Yeah.
like
Really?
a shameful eating experience. Like, you know, it's kind of when you get that post-nut clarity after the fact. Like, what have I done? And you quickly
People
throw
that
away the
drive-
evidence.
Yeah, and
So
people
the
that
one time
drive
you lit
past,
us,
and you're
yeah.
like,
You try to act like it happened.
yeah.
Jesus.
No, I just have a call. I just have a call. I'm not. This eating is. I'm about to leave. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
like
when
when
in
I got
Rome,
my-
I guess, but Jesus.
It's like when I got my license, you'd go from like one place to the next, like Macca's,
Oh,
Hungry Jack's, KFC.
You wanted an excuse to drive. You're like, well, I prefer the burgers here, but I love the Macca's fries.
Yeah,
And
I
then
was
you
also
like,
a
you-
fat cunt. I was also a fat cunt, so like, I still am. But what can you say?
but legit, that was the thing. We used to just like drive around and just go, yeah, all right, let's go to KFC. Oh, what now? Let's go to Macca's for dessert. Oh, I'm hungry again. Let's go get fucking, I don't know, Krispy Kreme or something.
For me and
So
my
just meet in
friend,
the car park.
it was more of a challenge. Like, fucking, how much can we scoff down?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We
I'm gonna
used
have
to
a
do that.
bacon deluxe. I'm gonna have a fucking Big Mac, and then
Yeah,
finish it off with like a Twister. Okay.
yep.
The loose change menu was a very dangerous addition.
Well, I was like when we used to finish our exams, we used to have a massive feast if we were like super stressed out, and we'd just go, all right, we've done, no worries. So we'd just hit up all the fucking fast food places and just absolute fucking like engorge, like fucking go ham, grab fucking like 24 nuggets, fucking 3
Was this
zinger
high
burgers.
school or university?
Nah, uni.
Yeah, I was the same. Every time I had a like exam,
Yeah.
Or like my last one, I'd always just go out somewhere. I don't know where.
Mm.
Sushi,
Oh,
Hungry
yeah.
Jacks. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Get something.
Well, I mean, for me, it would
My
used to be when my friends would do exams
It
because
was
I never had
I
any.
was by
But
myself because I was a fucking loser.
one of my exams that I had, I remember afterwards I went to go get a drink with a friend who was also in that class too, and we were drinking for two different reasons. One was I felt like I did absolutely poorly on that exam, and I felt like dog shit. So I'm like, I need a drink.
uh-huh.
Let's get a drink.
He came along because he thought it was at a different time and missed it entirely. So we were both just like, we need to forget today happened. And it was just like 2 p.m. We were in the city somewhere. We were just like, we're hitting these drinks hard, and then we're just stumbling drunk at like 7 p.m. I'm like, this is weird, man. It felt weird being like smashing the city that early on like a
Yeah.
Monday or a Tuesday or whatever the exam was. Like one of those
Jesus
crackers.
Christ, you're crazy,
You
man.
always find yourself in those weird situations.
It's a vibe.
With your exams, were you told what your result was? Or did you have to ask for it?
I didn't even ask. No, you were not told the result.
Yeah. Do you find that
Some,
weird?
Really?
Well, you don't get
Oh,
told
no, you're
your
right.
exact, but you get an overall grade of that
Yeah,
subject.
that's
But
right.
you would
Because
never,
yeah.
unless you asked for it, or unless you were close to failing, you'd go in or you could go in and review what you did. But like,
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
it is a bit weird considering that how do you improve that the marking, but I also think it highlights how like terrible an exam actually is at assessing a person. It's literally just like, what do you remember about this? That's like, man, like fucking, whenever I go into a doctor's office, I see 40 books sitting there. Like, motherfucker, like, if they have to refer to books, why am I not allowed to refer to a book?
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
Which I mean, open book
Yeah,
exams are
there we
becoming
go.
the norm now anyway. So
Yeah, it seems like it's sort of. I mean,
they have to
coronavirus has been
because
pretty
people can
big for
find it online content so easily.
it.
But like, we'll know if you use a new tab. But yeah, but you won't notice me on my iPad Pro, you dickhead. Which is like right next to it.
can they
Also
actually
a very
notice
fair
you on
point.
tabs?
Uh-huh.
So you can use like certain. It's not so much they notice that what you're on another tab, but what it does is it will if you're loading up that exam, they can have it so it will like shit itself if you try and leave at all, not just like tab, but even like leaving
Yeah.
Chrome.
I think those open book exams are kind of actually good because it weeds out the idiots. Because the idiots think open book, I'll just fucking Google it. But in the end, you end up wasting so much time just trying to read through shit and trying to find the right answer. Where
Well, that's
if you already know part of that answer, you can just write it down quickly and move on.
and that to me that's what it is to like learn something, especially because their uni subjects are very broad. That's the whole point, right? I meant like it should be an open book because if I have studied the material, I know exactly where I need to go to answer your question. So it should take me almost no time at all. If I'm having to flip through and go, fuck, this sounds like it'd be chapter 7, then you're like actually reading chapter 7, looking for keywords. Then yeah, I didn't study, and the open book isn't going to help me that much.
Yeah, admittedly, I found myself in that situation a couple times. Like, you're like, fuck, like, don't know this. But it was like, it's a bit stupid because, you just do that Control F. You just find that shit in the textbook. And
online, yeah.
Well, if you have the textbook in a digital copy, it's quite easy to, even if you don't know what it is, you can quickly skim it and then just click and you go, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go.
Well, that was sort of the thing. Like, I always used to overstudy, even when it was like open book, and a lot of the times it ended up being worse for me. But when I'd overstudy with an open book, I could sort of reaffirm like what I was actually like thinking. So it was sort of like because I'd always overthink things, and I'd do a question or whatever, and then go back to it later. I'm like, nah, that was too easy. Can't be right, and change it. And I was right the first time. Whereas like open book,
I would be that person in multiple choice where you're like, the third D in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They're legit.
I hated multiple choice because deep down that like at least 2 of these answers are correct. Even if it's not the right answer, it's somewhat correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it might not be 100% correct, but to
It's
some
so
point
close.
of view,
Yeah.
it's like, and that's where they get you, and it's like, oh, but it's like just fuck off. It's both of these.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Oh well, what can we do?
Alright, but that's
Fuck
school
uni.
for you. What
Fuck
a
uni.
piss take.
Yeah, pretty easy, really.
I mean, it was for me, but I did arts, so,
It'd be interesting to see, like, 'cause, like when I went to Europe to study,
Mm.
and I was actually doing a master's, their course there,
Mm.
and it was quite. I would say, like, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it was a lot more simpler to like get the work done. But
Really?
I guess you could say it was easy. But like, I don't know if that's just because of the uni I was at. It just doesn't make sense because then when you hear people come to Australia, they think, "Oh no, it's easy here." But then when we go there, like we say, when we go there, it's easy there. Like,
Mm.
I don't know if they just dumb it down for when international people come or not, but like, it's just such a weird concept to me because the amount of effort I see these international students put in, like in their home country, is fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
Like they are on a different level there. Like they study to be the fucking best professional they can be in that um, area of expertise, and it's fucking scary.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I mean,
Yeah, and you,
you're probably right because considering like international students especially, they're going to be spending more than they should be like touring the country. It's not like I feel like they would expect it, right?
yeah, but you say that, but these people are doing masters.
Yeah.
Like the people like I shouldn't have fucking been there. Like, I really shouldn't have fucking been there. I remember when I was like about to leave, I told my fucking university director like, "Oh, these are like master courses." He's like, "Nah, can't be. You wouldn't be allowed to go." And I just shut my mouth. I was like, "Oh no, sorry." And like,
Must
yeah,
be good.
I shouldn't have been doing them. Like, yeah, I wasn't meant to do them, but I
Oh well.
hopefully they're not watching. But like, fuck it. Like, it was pretty simple.
To be
Didn't learn
honest,
much.
fucking, they got what they wanted out of it, which was money.
Bit of
No, I
cash.
actually, yeah,
You know
I
what?
actually don't know how the money works. Like,
I reckon if the money's there, they wouldn't care.
because I don't
Hmm.
pay any extra.
Relatable.
I don't pay any extra for my degree.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
I don't
actually don't know
know.
how it would work, but I know they definitely get money out of it.
So
Are
I
you
pay the same. I paid the
sure?
same amount I would have if I was doing that at here in Adelaide. So
It's probably just government grants somewhere down the track, and they just get somehow spread out.
Subsidized by the government, and then
Yeah,
so the university itself pays less or takes the money, some shit.
something like that. I mean, it's
there's
still
an
it's
Who knows?
exchange of money
end
somewhere.
end of day, university's a business.
End of the day, fuck uni.
Waste of fucking time. And I'm here thinking I might do my masters, but fucking waste of fucking time, really.
Mate, you're already halfway there by the sounds of it.
I think he's done it.
Like, you know what? Like, I'm almost thinking of going like back there just to fucking do it if it was that fucking easy.
Fuck it, why not?
And it was all group. It was all group work. That's what made it funny.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was all group
Fuck,
work.
piss take.
So some people would put in like sometimes I'd put in heaps of effort. Sometimes I wouldn't. No, it just depended on like who was doing what.
Sorry, I don't work well in a team.
I do, but it's a bit difficult when fucking there's 6 different languages. I was just like, actually, I had a whole group of Italians, and it was just frustrating because they all kept all speaking Italian.
How dare they?
Yeah, and
They
one
should speak the
Spanish
one
girl,
true language.
and the one Spanish girl kind of did fuck all. I kind of did fuck all because one of the projects, like we had to all be done in Italian because it was with a local business.
Ah,
So like it all was done in Italian and translated into English.
right.
And they pretty much got me to do like English checking. And you know what? I've never had bigger headaches in my fucking life. Like I never thought like just doing spell checks and it was just fucked. Like
Why
you're
was
going
it so
through it
hard?
and you were changing whole paragraphs because everything was back to front. Because you know how like when you
yeah.
translate things, it's usually back to front.
All right, that
And
makes
that's what
sense.
it was.
Yep.
Because they would chuck it in a translator. That's what they did.
Ah.
They just chucked it in translators and copied and pasted it, and it was just
Bit like us in our Indonesian lessons, eh, Jake?
Nah, mate, I grabbed that book and learned what the word meant. Anjing.
Indonesian lessons.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did Indonesian for a bunch of years.
yeah,
Actual?
yeah,
I did
yeah.
it from literally from like primary school or however early you could do
How do
it,
you say
year
hello
one
in
or whatever.
Indonesian?
It depends
Hi.
on the time of day.
Yeah, if you're doing a good morning, it's selamat pagi.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Selamat pagi, apa kabar? Baik-baik saja.
Bagus.
Bye. Hota.
Yeah, that's in there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice
I
to
only
meet
did
you.
it. I only did it for 2 years because I was
I
only
did
there
it
from year 8.
fucking
Yeah,
too
what
many
is that?
years.
What languages did you guys learn in school? Just Indonesian? Or?
Heights only offers Indonesian.
Yeah, they pretty much only let us learn Indonesian
And
there.
even to say they
Do you reckon
offer it,
that's
it's
just?
just
Do you reckon
it
that's just
happens
because
to
they're
be there.
underpaying some Indonesian fucking foreigner?
She was Malaysian, actually.
Yeah. The level that it's at, you don't need. You could get anyone. I mean, I remember for a couple of years, I had a teacher called Miss Niven, and that was her first language was absolutely English. It was like obvious. But she knew. She knew a bit of Indonesian. You could just learn it in a week as an adult, and then go out there and tell a whole bunch of fucking year tens exactly what it is.
How because I learned like ours was pretty much just Italian. I think for a while it
Oh.
was pretty much Italian, maybe French, and now it's
Jeez.
just gone to fucking Japanese. I think most places offer
Yeah.
Italian or Japanese. Don't
See,
know why.
I feel like Japanese would be a cool language to learn because it's like totally different.
Well, they're trying to push it just from an economical standpoint, just
Yeah.
because that's what like a lot of our relationships with Japan is pretty strong.
Yeah, that does make sense.
You know, like Kevin Rudd fucking went ham on these cunts, and like, you know, he's like,
Yeah,
listed
actually, I learned Indonesian so we could help
I'm
negotiate
pretty sure he
more
speaks fucking
asylum
Mandarin.
centers.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak Japanese, does he? Speaks Mandarin.
Far out.
Fucking hell. But
BB3845. How you doing, mate?
Hello,
We're just talking
BB.
about languages, school, anything, mate. Anything you want to talk about, we'll talk about.
Nah.
What
Whatever
languages
said,
you know,
whatever
BB?
you said.
You know, we'll see what you talk about, and then we'll make a decision.
Oh, I just want to bring something up as well before I
Go
totally
for it.
forget, and it's going to be weeks later. Last episode there was something in the background of this of like my frame, and it's still there, and nobody noticed.
I mean, your quality's pretty shit. So.
Yeah, I know, but like, so I'll bring it over because I think Jake's gonna like this one.
Hey, Jake, I never knew, man. I never knew you were a fucking bowling champion. He's a fucking bowling champion.
I thought I chucked all this out.
Yeah, you almost did, but you didn't.
That is so funny.
I can't believe.
Shit score for me as well.
Well, it says here
I
first
never
place.
Knew this.
Oh, that was a tournament one. Okay,
Yeah. Jake, 120.
Yeah. So Lauren's aware of that as well, but that's why I've done my best to keep a secret, and that's why whenever we've gone bowling, I've always bowled like dog shit as well.
Uh-huh.
You know
I know
what?
now.
I reckon I've seen it. I just fucking didn't bat an eye.
No, they were in storage. They were in like underneath. I mean, actually, no, there might be a very brief moment, right?
I reckon I did. Like, I remember seeing a trophy
with my old desk,
Mhm.
that real big one, the brown one that had all the shelves with that brown oak wood. There was some hanging around then, so you definitely might have briefly seen it. But also,
who'd you go bowling with? Like, did your dad or something take you out, or?
No, it was people who I knew in school at the time.
Jeez.
But that was like mostly primary school that stopped.
Did you have like bowling tops?
No. I was like in my school uniform most of the time.
Were you looking like Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen on the lanes?
No, it was literally as a kids' league.
Hey, bitch.
I don't know what you're expecting. I wasn't 19. I was like 10.
I'm just making entertainment, alright?
Like,
Also,
you know, like it was
found you
enough that my ball size would change because I was literally growing up. I was like using like an 8 for ages or something super lightweight. I'm like, man, I can't let these pins down.
I got bigger balls. Nice, honey.
I need bigger balls.
Also found out you used to play footy. That was a new one.
Fuck's sake. I did a lot of sport.
Yeah,
And I hated all of it.
Turns out you
Look at
did.
Now can't even catch a ball.
Mm.
Look, my two most favorite things I've ever did was swimming and tennis, and I didn't even really touch tennis all that much. But swimming, I loved. Still love it. Still love it. That's why I'm probably moving into it.
I
As
would
pool
like to do
available.
swimming. I was just like, it's just an early sport. Like you got to get up fucking early and do it.
Yeah, which is
Well,
very
I'm,
strange
fucking
considering.
I plan on doing it in night after work, but yeah.
Yeah, all that. Either night or morning, I think.
Yeah,
But unless you're
it is.
retired.
It is super revitalizing. So if you wake up early, because you don't, you just wake up and jump in the pool, do your laps. You're like cool,
Yeah.
and then you kind of like
Is it-
energized.
Is it state swim in Victoria?
No.
I know it's in Perth. Or
Well, it might be
WA.
then. I was confident it's not because I haven't seen any. I haven't heard of any.
I mean, I haven't seen any
but-
here in a while either.
They're in the
Learn
same
how to
spot they've
swim.
always been.
Sweet, sweet.
I don't know.
But yeah, fucking do love a bit of swimming.
I used to
Um,
do swimming as well. I just
Supposedly there is.
I have a good
Yeah, there is
story
state
about
swim
that
in Melbourne
actually.
Vic.
I'm
There's
pretty
two.
sure
There's
it's
two
national.
locations. There is two locations, and they are so far away from everything.
Yeah, because we
One's in
we
Caroline Springs. One is Craigieburn.
we know the owner and he's just fucking loaded.
Of
Oh, it would
the
be.
Cotton Grove one.
Yeah. Oh no, the whole company. The whole
It would
thing.
be.
Oh.
The whole shebang.
Insane.
Yeah, he's from Adelaide.
No shit.
Yeah.
I have a really funny
Yeah.
story about that. So I used to do swimming
You took a
Um,
shit in the pool?
at state swim. Nah. I wish that would have been less embarrassing. But like, so this was like, how old would I have been?
An
Like,
embarrassing one.
I don't know, 9, 10 maybe earlier. I'm really not too sure. And I was doing it for like, I don't know, 2 years. And the way that state swim works, for people who don't know, it's like a tier level. So you start at, I don't know, they're probably like a starfish or some animal,
That's
and
a bit
then
higher up, mate.
Isn't it color? Isn't it?
it goes
is it
up to like
colours?
shark or something
No,
like that.
it has names to
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
Colored as well, but it has names to it.
Anyway,
You'd be cuttlefish.
yeah, something stupid like
Starfish, you just drowned.
that. That's why I was thinking maybe a
No,
starfish.
just float. We don't care where you go, just float. Just float there.
Crab
That's all
shell. But yeah, so
Bottom of the fucking pool.
I was on like the second tier for a long time.
Kingfish.
Maybe, yeah.
So that
It
means you
sounds
couldn't
familiar.
swim well? Is that
Nah,
what
well, here's the thing, right? I was like, I was
think
really
second
enjoying
tier
it.
is in tier list, like so second
Yeah.
top.
No,
Oh,
second from bottom.
Oh, you were second bottom. Oh,
Yeah.
you weren't kingfish. No, you
Oh.
were plankton, bro. Or some shit.
Something stupid.
you
Anyway,
can Google this, eh?
yeah, you probably could.
you were sea urchin or some shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was there for a long time, and a lot of it was due to the fact that I didn't really care and just enjoyed like doing my own shit. Because I was a bit of a dickhead when I was younger, and it was also because like I could do everything fine. I was really good, but like there was one move that I just couldn't do, and it was because I just couldn't be fucked because it made no sense to me. Where it's this,
What was it?
it's this one where like you swim, right, and then every now and then you sort of move, you tilt your head and take a breath, and then go back.
That's
So like a
freestyle.
normal freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's freestyle.
I don't know. I guess I can't remember because I never did it.
They were teaching you proper breathing technique in
Yeah.
preparation for proper lap swimming.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. So I just didn't care. And every time they'd make me do it, I'd just be like, just don't worry about it. Swim as far as I can. Get up. I'm like, go again. Whatever. Anyway, it was like, yeah, good like 2 years I was swimming. And then like the teacher comes up to my mum after class and it's like, yeah, look, like, he's been struggling a bit doing this move. Like, have you ever got him tested? And Mum's like, what? She's like, well, he's having trouble like learning, so we just thought it might be worth maybe you get him tested. And she's like, what? He's fine. He's not
You never
retarded.
did.
And I never got tested.
That is so
but
funny.
I got pulled out of swim school, so that was nice because I hated it.
I used to be
Well,
that annoying
would be
shit who would like grab someone's leg the moment they go to swim.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. You're like, oh, what are you doing, mate? You trying?
Bro, I used to be the dickhead who'd like sit there and like you got to line up at the back of the lap, and it's you and all the other kids, and you're listening to the teacher, and they're all listening, and I'm just like, all right, and now I'm just sitting there like this, like, yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm thinking.
No,
Oh, no. Miss, I already know what we're going to do. It's the same thing.
Yeah, legit. I'm like, I know this is fine.
I don't even remember that. All I remember from like swim school is just holding onto that paddle. And
Oh,
just doing
yeah.
the, like just doing that fucking swim.
Yeah, I remember doing that, but then I don't know, I hit like 5 and started school, so we chucked that away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like my first,
Oh, you're right. You don't
my
have any.
first
Yeah.
lessons. Like I don't think I was there long because we had a pool in my life. So
Oh, that
Yeah,
makes
you did.
sense.
I remember jumping into my pool when I was real young and I couldn't swim. I just jumped into the deep end.
Like a dog.
I think Dad or someone jumped in and fucking pulled me out.
Jesus. I remember like
Don't
trying
know-
to surf
don't
those
know
little
why.
boogie board things, and like every time you'd surf them, it would just fucking just go like you like grab it, and your legs are on top, and you're just like yeah, all right, and they just go.
You're like this. You're like.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, look out, look out! It'll fucking just come out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry.
I'm so confident I got a blood nose from one of those or something.
Oh,
I
dude,
reckon
yeah,
it
they
just
hurt.
fired at me.
Yeah, like I reckon from an actual big board, I reckon I've been hit in the chin. Like it's just come up,
Yeah, just come out.
Whoa.
Just
like
bites
from
you.
someone else. Like
Yeah.
someone else has stood on it.
Dude, were we in the same class? Because I reckon I did that to a few people.
I remember so much as well, like when we started doing like off the wall pushes,
Yeah.
sort of like that high stage diving form stuff. I was always I swear I know every kid did this, but I was like holding on to like Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude, legit, right? Yeah.
I'm Spider-Man, but we're in the water. He wouldn't swing anywhere, but I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, that was the
Fuck,
thing.
hell.
When I was a kid, I just thought I was Spider-Man all the fucking time.
I hated doing the somersaults in the water because I'd always struggle like to breathe out, and then water would just get up my nose.
Oh yeah. I wish I got to that bit.
Yeah, I literally don't remember shit. I just remember always being able to swim pretty well.
Well, obviously not. If your dad
Well,
jumped in
yeah,
and
the
saved
one
you.
time when I was like fucking 3 and couldn't swim, yeah.
Well, you
That's
haven't
what we know, that's what we
always.
know. That's what we know.
Oh, hello, Bong. Nice to see ya.
Bong.
How good.
I wanted to ask Jake a question just because I'm meant to be going to Victoria.
Oh yeah, no shit, you are too.
Yeah, like can you give
Wouldn't
us
wanna
a
go
like,
near
quick
there.
explanation, like what the actual fuck's happening, or what are your predictions maybe?
So the most common
Well,
prediction,
I'm assuming you know because you've been there.
with context, obviously we're in a stage 4 lockdown, and have
How
been
many
for
stages are there?
4.
Oh, okay.
We have been since Friday. Yeah, Friday, because Thursday midnight was when it happened. The common consensus is that it would probably end up getting extended. It's meant to end. It's meant to be 7 days. So it's meant to like be good from the start of Friday. Everyone reckons it'll get extended until the Queen's birthday, which is June 14th. So that would be
Monday.
two
2
weeks.
weeks,
Yeah, something
2
like that.
weeks
Yeah,
away,
like
yeah.
like an extra week and a half on top. The biggest thing was they had mystery cases. So they had a wide surge of cases suddenly, but then what they had more was they had like 10,000 primary contacts and like 70 plus exposure sites. And this was on like the Monday or Tuesday, already gone. A week ago, sorry. Because we're in Tuesday night now. And that was like where the fear was sort of coming from. That put us in stage 3. Then as cases started coming back from early tests, they were like, nah, fuck it, stage 4 straight away. Since then, we haven't really gotten too many more cases, maybe like 4 or 5 a day on average.
Yep.
And that's after conducting 42,000 tests daily. So in that part, it's been really good. But there's been like mystery cases popping up where they couldn't link them. But I think most recently we heard that they have managed to actually get a link to every case,
That's
and
good.
some that they thought were leaked and some other way weren't. So they feel good about that, and everyone's getting annoyed that they're not giving us a response yet. But I heard that they are meant to be meeting tonight, and they're meant to give a
Thursday,
response.
the response is how many?
That's so in the past, that's what they've done with Victoria, is they fucking told them on the day off if it was extending or not. So they're meeting tonight, and I think everyone's expecting tomorrow morning to be the actual announcement instead, which will be Wednesday morning.
Yeah. And
it's weird.
Is it whole of Victoria? Like it is whole of Victoria, right?
Greater Melbourne and regional, because there's just a risk.
It's because I think I was also reading an article where like those rural areas are getting a bit fucking pissed off, like in the middle of fucking nowhere, especially like where I'm going, literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. And like the issue that I have is that if I go, it's pointless because no tourists will be able to go. So then you can't, because even though it's a supermarket, it would be okay.
It literally relies on tourists.
But they won't be able to get there. So I think most likely that my start date will probably be extended,
Yeah.
which I'm a bit kind of pissed off about because I don't really want to work at this other joint I'm at. But,
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd definitely be annoying. But yeah, that's the thought how that it would definitely end up being extended.
Mm.
It might not though, because like I said, as of very recently, they did manage
So,
to
but has the
find
numbers been
lengths.
increasing?
Yes, but like by I don't know 5 maybe or 4.
Yeah.
So for like how many tests are happening, it's really not much, and it hasn't been like an outward spread. It's been like they've steadily found 4 and 4 and 4 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think the total cluster is like up to like 25 now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking like, I always look at it as like, fuck's sake, like, every time I'm fucking about to do something, shit just fucking happens to me.
Dude, tell
Every
me
fucking
about it.
time. Like,
Yeah.
happened to me in Europe, it's happened to me now.
It's COVID, man. But yeah, we're like Victoria is 6.8 million people in a land size that is a third of South Australia. So it's
It's a lot more
pretty
congested, yeah.
dense. It's really like the traffic out there looks like a normal weeknight traffic. Because I'm moving to an apartment, and that was today. And I was moving a bunch of shit out of storage and stuff for that because you're legally allowed to. I'm back here on my Airbnb for now, just because I need some things to be set up for work tomorrow. But yeah, and it was just like the normal traffic I was getting on. I'm like, who are these people? Like, there's no way, there's fucking 400 people all moving house today. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Trying
And
to find
also,
something to do.
like, sorry?
No, nothing. I'm just taking the piss.
I was gonna say, also, I'm pretty sure there's no issue traveling into Victoria, but as soon as I'm there, then I'm also fucked.
As soon as you're there, you're now under stage 4 lockdown. You need to head to
and
where you
then I
need to head
can't,
to.
and then if I want to go back, then, you know,
That's it, you're
I go
screwed.
into quarantine and shit, like,
Yeah.
so it's a bit, I'm a bit
That's right.
annoyed because, you know, but it also gives me, like, if it doesn't happen, it gives me a bit of time to organise. Like, that's why I haven't been rushing. I'm leaving shit because I've just got a feeling it's going to get fucking extended.
I got a feeling. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people have
Most
that gut
likely, bro.
feeling. But,
Most likely.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be going the week after you, just for a few days, but I reckon I'm gonna have to cancel my tickets.
Yeah. You already got the tickets booked?
I booked them the day before they announced that there was a COVID
it was stage
See,
3.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only
Yeah.
one. Like, fucking hell.
I'm not complaining because this is the only time I've been affected by it, and like
Yeah,
directly.
fair enough.
So it's like, well, it's lucky stint, I think. So I'm not too upset. But yeah, it still sucks. But oh well.
Then we're here in Adelaide just living our fucking life.
Yeah, it's because no one fucking goes out because there's nothing to do here.
You guys probably live it the same
You know
way I
what?
am.
Like, how funny is that every like person from Adelaide says that?
Mm.
But when you look into it, there's actually a fucking fair bit to do here.
There is
People
actually
are just
heaps.
either lazy or like they don't want to see Adelaide because
I think
they live
I think
here.
a lot of it, what it comes down to though, it's more like it's the quality of what you guys have is part of the issue. Like if you want to go out eat out somewhere good, you probably have like 2 places in mind for that sort of cuisine style. If you want to actually eat like really good.
Yeah. There's
Meanwhile,
not many good
here
places.
it's like in Victoria, it's like locally based. Like everywhere,
yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
is good. Like at a minimum, almost.
Yeah.
Like
Even if you go into Adelaide City, there is still a lot of places. If you look, there is still a lot of places. There's also a lot of regional places. A lot of places in the hills. We got you know.
you guys have the
shit.
wine, and that's the biggest thing you guys have. That's basically it. And your
But
beaches,
even-
your beaches are some of the best in the country as well.
But even if you live like for me, I live in the foothills. It's not too far of a drive to actually even go to rivers, like the river,
Yeah.
or to a winery close by.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same boat. Like, in this weekend, for example, was the first time I've ever been to McLaren Vale, which is like the southern wine
Oh
region.
yeah, you went on a wine tour, didn't you?
Yeah. I've never been.
Yeah, how was that?
Never
Fun?
been. Yeah, it was actually really good. Yeah.
Was that a like a bus one where you stopped at multiple places?
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah, it was
Did you
unreal.
get fucked up?
You know what? I wasn't too bad till near the end, and I'm pretty sure because we were a little bit late, one of the people like really wanted to rush us, I reckon. So they're sitting there, right? We rock up. She's already got a bottle in the hand, like all the glasses set out. She's like, "Yeah, come on." And she just starts pouring them all. I'm like, oh yeah, beautiful. This one's not bad. Not bad. Everyone's still got like half the wine in there, and it's not full glasses. It's just a little taste. I'm like, yeah, not bad. And she's already got the next bottle out and starts pouring. She's like, all right, here's the next one. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
So I'm sitting there sculling that one. I'm
yeah.
like,
If it's
you know what? And by the end of it, I
if
had
it's
like
a
6 in
pop,
like 20
yeah.
minutes.
If it's a popular place, they are like that.
Yeah.
Me and Jake went on one. I think it might have even been my first, and I fucking had a ball.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's a really good one.
And like the
I've been on a few.
people
I
we were
love them a
with,
lot. It's been ages.
yeah, and the people we were with were real good as well. And it was
Yeah.
just like, and towards the end it gets a bit rushed, and people because like you go pretty early and you fucked
Yeah.
up because it's early. You haven't had breakfast, so you got no.
We
food
went with
in
people
there.
who were like kind of like wine tour veterans as well. They
See,
lived for that shit. So
I
they had
had-
everything in mind. They were
Yeah.
used to it. They knew the process of it all, getting in, getting out, how quick to be.
I'd heard a little bit of what to do, so I sort of prepared my
But
gut.
I feel like we went to some like low key ones. Maybe we picked this like a time when it wasn't as popular, but I don't know. It was just good. Like there was fucking no one there.
It was cold, but we had a really good. We actually got lucky. So it was cold season, but we got in on a really nice day.
Yeah.
Where all the guys were. I can remember in the morning, right? All the guys were like 3 layers deep, and then by the time we got to the first place at like 9. Also, I remember, were you seedy as well, or was it me that was out super fucked up the night before, and I was looking like I was gonna chuck on the bus to get in without even having any alcohol?
Yeah, because you came to mine and my father dropped us off, right?
My father dropped me.
To the wine region.
My father.
Father, lift please. Yeah, your dad dropped
Because
us
it
off.
was at work there. We fucking got picked up at work. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was cool.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was
good
real
time.
seedy to start that off, and then
I
that
just
was where I
remember,
wanted to
like,
get
the
that
second-
coffee.
Yeah, I just remember the second winery. We were just like, it's like I think we just slow down a little bit here. Because like wine kind of hits you, like it does hit you.
We went to one place as well that wasn't officially doing tours anymore. Like they just stopped doing the tours. So they're like, you can buy bottles though. Like you're done. This is this. Did we also stop and get gin, or was that a different tour?
I wasn't there for that one. I think
I
you guys
know
went on one.
one I
without
did
me.
was a wine tour, and then it pivoted into gin. And I was like, cool.
Yeah, I only did one.
And then it pivoted to Aperol because we finished up at like 400 gradi or whatever. And I was like, I'm drinking this. And I had the biggest headache at
God.
like 8 p.m. that night.
That's a pizza place, right?
Yeah, but the whole
Yeah.
like their big thing was they did a lunchtime bottomless, both of those for like a
Nice.
set price.
I'm actually going there tomorrow night with some old friends of ours.
Ooh, very nice.
Place. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Another one of Adelaide's gems that they have to offer.
Well, it's from Melbourne, so
Oh yeah,
why
yeah,
it's-
that's
why
right.
it's a
pretty
gem.
sure they got voted like one of the best pizzas in the world. at
Mhm,
one point.
mhm.
Jesus.
2018, 2017 or something.
I'll wait your review next week, mate.
Yeah, mate. I'll,
Well, it's hard with this lockdown, but yeah, you know, if it's within my 5 kilometers, sure.
Not what I
Uber.
meant. Sure.
Uber, 400 good idea.
Oh, dude, delivery drivers were getting fucking tested, come back positive. I don't want a delivery driver to
Ooh,
touch
fuck. Yeah, right.
No, he was like a distribution center delivery driver, but it was still like. If I can have the less hand, I'd rather drive myself because if it has less hands touching it, I feel better about it.
Yeah.
Are you allowed? Yeah, because you're allowed
My
to
chance
drive
of getting it.
food and shit, eh?
You like to go out to get takeaway. You can also like do supermarket shopping as well. So.
Oh, that's something I heard about. Fucking. All right, Jake would know. You know that pizza restaurant we used to go to near that Foodland. I forget the name. Valentino's, I think. Valentino's. You read
I
it?
forgot to send this to you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tagged you in it as well because I said Monica's is superior, and
Ah.
so I tagged you and Salah, but it got deleted. The post got
Ah,
deleted.
I got deleted.
Yeah, go on, shoot.
Yeah,
Shoot
so
them.
it was insane, absolutely insane. There was like apparently like the headline was basically someone almost ate glass while eating a pizza.
What?
So there was like 3 shards of glass in some dude's pizza, which is insane. Oh jeez, hello guys, how are you? Hello Malachi, hello N Junior, nice to see you both.
I was
Happy to see friendly
I was
faces.
eating pizza while I read that article.
Oh Jesus.
Didn't slow me down. At
No,
all,
of
man.
course
It was
not.
Good pizza. It was good pizza. I'm like, I'm all the way over here, mate.
But yeah, apparently like they had like holes in the wall that they wouldn't fix even though they were told to, and like they were keeping like raw chicken next to like the ingredients for salads, and
Yeah,
like
appreciation.
Jesus.
there was apparently like the measuring cup they were using for everything had mold in it and they never cleaned it. And like I'm like, I ate here like a few times.
I always said no. Well, one time I said yes, but I was like, nah,
Was
I
it
want
was
Monica's.
it good when you ate there?
Oh, it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Alright.
bad.
Maybe they changed owners. Maybe different
No,
owners.
nah, it's definitely the
Or
same.
maybe he got them when they were good and they just continually got bad.
Nah,
No,
apparently this
the
was
food
over a
probably
long
still
period.
good. The food
Yeah.
probably still good. The mold
Oh,
probably adds good flavor.
No, what I'm saying is like maybe it was clean for a period, but then like it just got continually worse.
well, maybe, but it
Oh
would have
yeah,
been before us because was reading like they had dates of like when their initial inspections were and shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, early 2020.
they
Yeah,
have they
you
have the
definitely
world's
had a
first probiotic pizza.
yeah.
Live bacteria on it,
So yeah.
Fights COVID. Need a COVID vaccine? Come here, get your pieces now.
You think COVID is gonna knock you out, mate?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I can't find it, but you know, Makato. I was talking shit about Emo Mario's at Makato
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
So I was at my nonno's today, and he told me they were shut down because they got fined $10,000, and then another 1,000 for each employee, and it must be something to do with COVID
Must be.
because, like, unless they breach some
Potentially. Have you seen what the fine is for leaving your hotel?
25K.
It's 20. It's 19,884
Pretty
on
close.
one
Pretty
guy's
close.
envelope.
Does
Yeah.
that if you're in quarantine?
That's like he was in quarantine. They took him out of his home on a van to a hotel. We can't leave. If he opens the door just to pick up what's on the ground, he has to have do a whole set of stuff.
I mean, fair
So
enough.
yeah. So
I'd be worried if I had to pay 20 grand. At least they're
I don't
fucking not
think
breaking
hotel
quarantine.
quarantine is good.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much a scare tag. I mean, if you can't fucking afford it, I mean, what the
Oh,
fuck
that is yeah. That's the point of it. Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I was in Adelaide, I was well, I live here. When I was in the CBD, sorry, had to catch a bus home, and you know where the hotel quarantine is in Adelaide?
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know. I was like, I thought it was just roadworks and shit. I was like, because I knew you can go through that, that drive entrance as a shortcut.
Yeah.
I've just walked through the whole fucking thing. I'm looking around, there's like security, like looking at me, and I see fucking nurses walking out. I'm like, oh fuck, this is a hotel quarantine. And I'm just
terrible.
walking. I'm pretty sure it was completely fine, but I was like, what the
It
fuck?
is kind of freaky though, where it's just like
Yeah, I
this
was
hotel
like, oh,
quarantine.
fuck.
It's in the
It
city.
was
Man.
more like,
Yeah.
it was more like, should I even been here? But there was like no signs. I don't think there was any signs saying not to come in. Like,
Nah.
There's not proper COVID signing around that.
Yeah.
Like it's in to highlight that that's what it is because
I think it was more of a vehicle signage in case it gets busy and shit.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Malachite brought up a good point. Apparently, where they are, like if you have over a certain amount of staff, you can get fined 10 grand and then 1,000 per staff member. So that might have been it.
Yeah, that would be it.
Oh, because maybe they had their staff and then they had too many people inside.
Yeah, well that's what I reckon.
Because it is quite a small. It is quite a small place, and they have the fucking
They got
cafe
shitloads of
running.
stuff there. Yeah.
They have the cafe
Oh,
running.
what about when we were in Karakalinga and they go, "Oh, you guys move out of the fish and chip store," and it was like 30 people in there. It's meant to be like 10, and you're like,
Oh
yeah.
my god, there was
And
like
that
it
old
was like
guy-
max
yo,
6
yo,
people.
Oh, I remember like because this was like, I mean, this was Feb this year,
February, yeah.
but it was still like it's like Adelaide was really starting to relax on it, but we still had those rules there of how many people can be in a place. And I just remember like having the distant seating, the 1.5 meters on purpose, and this old guy walking in, ordering something, and he sees a mate who happens to be sitting one seat plus away from where I am. And then so he's like, goes to sit down, and he sits right next to me, and he's like a bigger dude, so he's kind of touching me. He leans over like, "You're right with that, aren't you, mate?" I was like,
Oh, we lost you.
Lost this video. There we go.
But
Ooping.
like it is hard
Um,
sometimes when shit's busy, eh? And like, how do you fucking keep up? Because especially in Adelaide, when shit's been so well that we don't really have any issues here.
Yeah.
It literally feels like normal here.
Well, that's why I think
Well,
now
that's the
they're
issue, though.
doing
That's the
Yeah,
issue.
that's
all these
issue.
audits. Like we're huge on audits right now because everyone's sort of not caring
You
because
need
everyone
to
thinks
be.
it's over.
Which I think is nice though. When I
It's a nice
when I
feel,
actually
but
heard that they were like checking people for their MyGov, the COVID check-in.
Yeah.
They were like fining people. I was like, yeah, so you should. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's
this
a
is
good thing.
still like a thing that happened so quickly. Now think about how fast it spread here in Vic, but it was just like like someone like me could have very easily been at one of those locations and then already in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been quarantining at the time, and would have gone ahead and seen all you guys, which would have been 8 different households plus together as a group to go, hey guys, what's happening? Then my family, who was like split up and all different, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how quickly it becomes a hot zone.
Yeah.
That's the issue. As long as soon as you have those open borders, it doesn't matter how relaxed you guys are as a state, because anyone can come in.
That's right. Yeah,
stuff.
it can be anyone.
Like, so that's as soon as you make an open border, you need to be diligent for the sake of the other state.
Yeah, it is like it to me. It makes a lot of sense, and I think a lot of people don't really see it. They just go, well, we're good here, like fucking no probs. So.
Well, immediately it happened to me. Like I started just not using the fucking app
Yeah.
because I'm just like whatever. But now I've started using it now because I'm
I had
like,
a huge go at a couple of people because everyone got used to not using the app, and then there was a
Yeah,
big
right.
scare that happened at the cricket ground, and then I
oh
was like,
yeah.
then I was like,
I know who. It fucking pissed me
I
off.
was
That I remember that.
like, you'll be fine, because you know, like, they should, like, the person wasn't sure, and it was just like, well, like, you checked in, so they will tell you, and then like, oh, I didn't check in. Oh, but my mate did. I'm like, you serious? You didn't check in? It takes like 5 seconds. Like, what? Like, the SA COVID app is so good at checking in. Like, Alex and I used to always make fun at the gym of weird ways to check in. There were times where I would walk up to the thing with my camera open and just smack the check-in thing,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
get this
easy. It's
ding,
easy.
and it would, like, it wasn't taking time. Yeah, it's just so easy to check
it's
in.
just one of those things. You just get complacent. But I've
Same with anything, really.
I find it so funny that people got complacent though, because in my mind, right, we had to check in like properly especially when there was a sphere around, for like 4 months. How have you not built into your habit to check in?
It was also like if it was like 2 of us and someone
One
checked
person
in,
checks in.
I'd be like, all right, they checked in, sweet. Or then if they didn't do it, I would do it. Like usually, at least one of us, I would always.
I am guilty of doing that for some written up places near the end.
Yeah.
If it was like a restaurant and they're like, write down who's here, and I'm like, you're the party person, then, you know, if shit happens, call me.
It's like, that's the thing. I find as well, like, it's very strange how people don't see that side of things. They sort of just go, fucking, I don't think I should sign in. What, you can't force me, blah blah blah. And it's like, it takes 2 seconds, and they're sitting there arguing for 4 minutes.
We were very close as a country to being kind of like okay, but the whole point is we want to bring people who are stranded overseas back here, and as soon as you do that, all of us now have to be as diligent as if it's still around, because it is if they come around.
Yeah.
But
what's I just feel like if people actually just was like, all right, yeah, fuck it, all right, I'll sign in and do that shit, like, there'd be a lot less problems. Like, fuck me. We always get, like, at my job, we always get at least like 3 or 4 people a day just like kick up a fuss about it and go, nah, I'm not doing it. Let me in. And I'm like, just fucking scared.
So at your place of work, do they count how many people come in?
Yeah, they do. Oh, not anymore, actually. Thank you, Mr. Matzo. I don't know who you could be, but I appreciate it. Now I can afford this mic for $2.
Nah, that's right, man.
You got more money? You got more money?
Yeah. I just testing if the button works, huh? But
thanks for that donation. Appreciate that.
Also, yeah, Malachite Witch is saying here that like they sort of feel a bit shit after the COVID vaccination. Like that's like a big thing as well.
It's normal. It's meant to knock you on your ass.
Yeah, for a couple days or something like that. Like I know my grandparents got it and it was a similar thing when it was just like they were fine the first day, and then the second day their like arm went numb and they're like, what the fuck? And it was numb for like 2 days.
My nonna doesn't want the second one. He's just like he's just had enough.
After getting the first one.
Yeah, I mean, he usually doesn't like. He's just like whatever. Like if I die, I die. Like he's that fucking old now.
Jesus.
He's just. That's not like depressing. He's just like he's old. It is what it is, and he's like, well, I might get it, but he's like my arm is fucking killing me, and it was like 2 weeks ago he had it, and he's like, I'm still sore. So
insane. Just got to pivot. You guys got any questions that you wanted to ask for this week? Because we're getting close to the end.
Shit, yeah, we are too.
I had a quick. I mean, like, cause I went for a drive. I did some errands, and on the way home, I visited my nonna, And I was just kind of thinking, like, what, like, if you were grandparents, what type of grandparents would you be? Like,
that's an interesting question. All right.
because you know how you always like look at old people like for fuck's sake, but like, would you try and be like fucking cool as you can be, or would you just be like a normal old person? Or like if you're rich enough, would you just fucking splash money at them all?
If I'm rich enough, I'm splashing shit. I'm spoiling them to the point that my son is pissed. My son or daughter is kind of upset at me.
Spending with their inheritance.
Like, I am definitely the kind of grandparent who's just like, oh, I got dinner for you, kids. And then halfway they're like, oh, I'm full. I'm like, that's all right, mate. I still got that triple layer jelly and ice cream in the fridge. Move that plate away. We're having dessert, baby.
See, I think I'd...
Cause...
Oh, yeah, go on. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I think I would, like, double down on the fucking, like, you know how, like, people say there could be a fun uncle or whatever? I'd do that. Yeah, I'd double down on that as a grandparent and just be like, I'm fucking spoiling you fucks. We're going hard.
I also feel like I'd become the grandparent that, like, you probably wouldn't have the kids over too much unless I had, like, my partner with me, because I'd see myself as an old man, be the kind of person that I could have, like, 3 kids running around the living room, and I'd still just be falling asleep on the recliner.
100%.
Out in the backyard and fighting snakes, and I got no clue.
Buy the kids a Nintendo. Alright, you guys do your thing.
But, dude, I think it's such a weird... I think we're in such a weird generation because the old people now grew up in a completely different era. Where
they fought in the wars and shit.
Yeah. But when we're old, will it be like we won't know what the fuck's going on as well? Like, will we be struggling to use tech? I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, who fucking knows what's going to happen?
Because tech was a novelty.
Yeah.
And now it's a requirement. But what level of tech could then become a novelty in the future? Like, you just don't know.
I feel like we've advanced. Like, I feel like if you look at the scale, it was like this, real slow, and then we've just kind of like done this. How far can it keep going up?
That's a good point, but also, like, we're in that point where we grew up during that real upward spike. So we have grown up in a world where we understand change happens rapidly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these old people had nothing, and then all of a sudden in their 50s, 60s, they're like...
And even looking, like, I've like hang out with like little kids that, you know, and they're fucking masters at using their iPhone.
iPad connoisseurs, yeah.
And they're showing me fucking shit. I mean, I don't really get stuck on my... In terms of a phone, I'm not usually stuck on it doing weird shit. So
one of my cousins, when he was like 3 or 4, he would get like my uncle's phone, and he would like whenever my uncle, it was like my uncle's actual like business phone, right? And he owns a few farms that, you know, create fresh produce that goes to supermarkets or shit, right? And so he like quite important calls. Every single time we got a call, my cousin would answer it and just call him like doo-doo head. Like, you're stinky, and then would like hang up and shit.
Oh,
or
fuck,
would,
that's good.
Get a FaceTime instead, and then they'd be like, can we talk to Steve? And he'd be like, no, and it would hang up. And just continue playing. And then, but this is my thing where, like, this is like one of my uncle's downfall, where super early on, he wasn't checking his phone afterwards. So he wouldn't get like a call till the next day, like, hey man, you never called me back. He's like, what? You didn't ring. It's like, yeah, I rang and your kid answered, man. Like, you know, I said to leave a message or something. And the kid's like, and doesn't.
I mean, if I was in a Temple Run like game, I would have fucking done the same thing. Piss off, I'm playing Temple Run. Subway Surfers.
I was gonna say, talking about like phone calls, like when I was at my grandparents today, it was funny. It's like people ring us, like do a couple dials and they stop. Because it takes them a while to get to the phone. So they call a couple times, so then they got the phone in their hand. So when they do call, there's, oh, Daniel, we are old, we cannot run to the telephone. They must call a couple times and then we pick up. I was just like, that's so sad. It's pretty funny.
They're deciding if they're going to answer it first. Then they're like, which one of you is getting up to get it? And then it's a journey.
It's always Italian people. Like, I picked it up because he's like, Daniel, you answer the phone. I was like, okay. I was like, hello? She's like, oh, hello.
Get into cosa.
Like, is there Amy there? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who do you want? Beatrice. I was like, yeah, certo. She's like, see.
And you're like, no, that's the limit. That's my limit.
Yeah, I was like, that's all I fucking know.
Jesus. No, that's
funny.
like it's funny you say that because I was just thinking like today, like I know every time I ring my boss, like you know how like you can sort of if you ring up the company, they can change how long the dial tone is.
Yes.
So my bosses literally goes for a whole 50 seconds, I think it is.
Fucking
And
hell.
so I'm sitting there for ages and I'm like, he's not gonna pick up. He's not gonna pick up.
I just
And
want
you're
to
sitting
leave a
there,
voicemail.
and then all of a sudden it goes, oh, hey, sorry, mate. So, how you doing? And it's like he just picks it up always. Whenever he picks it up, he's always just out of breath. Like, hey, Alex, sorry. Like he's
I
been
just got
running
too
to
much to pick
find
up for
it.
the
You
phone.
should, yeah. You should see my dad pick up phones. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon if I was having a heart attack, he would fucking leisurely stroll. But if that phone's calling, he's sprinting. He sprints to every phone call.
That's hilarious.
And all you hear is the pitter patter of the fucking of his feet, like through the house.
Oh shit,
So
that's
funny.
quality. What a champ.
I used to be really like, gotta get to my phone now, but I just start leaving it. I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
voicemail.
I'm kind of getting that way until I'm bored, and then I'm like, just keep picking up and going.
I was trying to tell, I can't remember who I was telling, but I was like, most people like my age, we literally use Messenger to call. Like, if you call me with your
Yeah.
actual phone number, I'm actually kind of like, oh, this must be like an actual like important call, not just a how you going. It sounds like you need something from me right now. And
I
even
don't
then, I
mind
still
that.
prefer to do Messenger call because I see if you're
A
active and
few
shit.
times, like I've lost like because I lose like internet reception and it cuts out a bit.
Right.
Yeah, it's still better. Like I still prefer like normal phone calls, but like half the time, like who asks for someone's phone number anymore?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I like about the Messenger call is I can see who's calling me, and I know you can save a contact and shit, but like I'm so used to Messenger calls that I've been calling a bunch of people and receiving a bunch of calls and not being like adding them as a contact. So then they call me, I'm like, hey, who's this? Or like, and just today I called the wrong person. I was like, hey, is this John? But no, it's Simon. And I'm like, sorry, Sim, I'm still on leave today. I'll get back to you tomorrow. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you. Get your hopes up.
That is
Oh,
one
Jesus.
thing I've been hating about my job is that I work in a non-service area. Like I don't have any phone reception,
Oh, let's go. That's rough.
and I've been applying for jobs, and I'm having people call me. I can't
Yeah.
fucking right, and then I get a call, and I get missed calls, and I don't see it like till late. Try and call them back, no answer. Can't call them in the morning because I'm up super early because they don't answer. Like they don't answer, and then I can't call them during the day because I have no reception and I'm fucking working. And it was just shit. Like, oh,
I've been doing my best to be available for some candidates that I have at work, and like
yeah,
they literally like one of them rang me at like 6 o'clock on Saturday, which they asked what my availability was, and I said, look, you got a big decision to make, but get back to me as soon as you can. I'll answer on the weekend, or I won't. Like just make the call. And I didn't answer immediately because I was playing Rocket League, and then I called them back half an hour later. I was like,
some of these places
sorry,
just
busy.
like never leave fucking messages.
Yeah.
And it's
No, they don't
like,
even. Then it's so bad, so I'll leave a message.
yeah, I feel like it's more than like, oh, like they can show initiative and call up. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, I don't know who the fuck you are, so just leave a 2-second message.
Yeah.
This is blah 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 from here.
Yeah, legit. If it's a business call, like you should always leave a message.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, oh well, I guess they wouldn't have been that important. It's probably just someone like asking if I wanted to fucking sign on to, I don't know, get some fucking magazine sent to my door every week.
Yeah, working without service would be shit. Like in the apartment I'm moving into, the apartment car park doesn't have service, and that was enough to like kind of annoy me. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
and
For this
even-
1 minute as I go into my car and then like go in, and once I'm
yeah.
in the apartment building, it's golden. But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you fucking serious? No service in here?
Like it's kind of petty, but you know, you're trying to organize shit as well. Like either like I've been trying to organize, like I've been buying shit, and I'm trying to organize to like contact people when to pick shit up, and
Yep.
it's just a head fuck.
You could have the entire thing. You could almost have the entire thing done in a day if you had service the entire
Yeah.
day, but it takes
And
4
then
days
I'm
because you're contacting everyone at the end of, and then we're getting back to you at the
It's that
start
as
of.
well,
and
but
it's-
then I'm rushing around like a headless chook at the end of the day because I'll finish at 3 or 4, and then I gotta rush out to go do something, and then I hit traffic, and it's just fucked. But you know, that's life, isn't it? That's fucking life.
Yep.
What do you do? It has some sort of stuff. Yeah, toasted TV, throwback, absolute
Love it.
throwback.
We used to watch
we
them. What
get
was it
onto that.
before? What was it? Cheese TV.
Cheese TV.
Cheese TV was what it was
Cheese
before
TV.
as well.
Was that Channel 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Channel
saying
10,
they're
right?
always
Yeah.
on Channel 10.
It was
yeah.
Cheese TV up until
Cheese
like
TV had
2001.
Cheese
I
TV
don't-
did like the drawing submissions and stuff, or you could write in to have your name be featured.
Yeah.
Cool.
remember
You're like, today's
Yeah.
cool guys of the week is Alex Papanikolaou.
I
Well,
reckon I missed,
sometimes.
He drew Argumon.
I reckon I missed that Cheese TV by like a year because I don't remember it. So
yeah,
Yeah,
it was very early.
What was the other
It
one?
was-
Roller Coaster.
Oh yeah, Roller Coaster.
Was it literally called Roller Coaster?
Yeah, Roller Coaster on ABC. Yeah, it
Yeah.
had that weird,
And that guy
that weird
with
like
glasses?
with the glasses and the spiky hair, and he'd always just like whenever the show would start, you go,
Yeah, I fucking love that shit. Like,
There was that one on Channel 10 that was like Scope. It was Scope. It was just called Scope, wasn't it?
Scope.
And
Yeah,
then-
I remember that. Yeah, Scope.
was
Yeah.
classic, but you know, but what I remember the most, what I remember the most from all my childhood TV watching was Mel B at 6 a.m. mate doing that aerobic workout on a beach or somewhere before
Oh,
cartoons and
God,
stuff.
yeah.
It's just her and 5 fit women just working out, and I'm like.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid being like, I hate this. Fucking, what are these women doing in workout gear? Just get off my screen. I want to see cartoons.
That's one thing I was gonna bring up and I forgot. On Amazon, they have a show, Dragon Booster. Did you guys ever watch that?
Oh,
Oh,
Dragon
fucking
Booster.
good.
Dragon Booster was
Fucking
the theme was
so good.
great.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I started watching a little bit. Like I skipped straight to season 3. It was like that's when the shit got good.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Booster.
yeah. You know, everyone remember the dragon. Dragon.
I can barely remember that show because
You
the
control
animation
the
weirded me out
dragon.
as a kid. Because that weird cell shaded.
You control the world.
Yeah, and it had that like fucking like shuriken looking thing and
Yeah. Yeah, he, like, puts on
and
his
it was
arm
cool.
plate.
Yeah, he's like
I
armored
swear,
up.
I
and he-
swear that could be like a real good anime if they had like the fucking.
They're more like
production quality.
lizards. I actually do have a dragon anime, and it's pretty good.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
It's
Unreal.
like Burn the Witch, I think is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Shit like that. It looks very misleading at the start. It's like two like tiny girl witches with their like little baby dragon shit, but then like some villain comes in like episode 2 and he's got some full like
That's hot.
like looking like a 1,000-year-old looking motherfucker, and I'm like, this is cool.
What a champ.
Naruto.
Jake, before we close off, did you have a question as well?
I can't remember. No, I had something about this a bit longer.
Or we can answer
I
it as
do
quick
have-
as possible.
I have a
Save
quick
it for
one
next
that
week if you
I have
want.
I have a quick one that I'm pretty sure we all probably don't do this, but I'm just wondering in case there's someone who does it, right?
Go on.
So you're about to get in the shower, you know, you got the whole water running and stuff, you're in the bathroom, and all of a sudden you need to take a shit. So you go take a shit because you haven't stepped in the water yet, right? You do your business. Do you bother using toilet paper wiping your ass? Or are you just jumping straight in that shower and cleaning yourself off in the shower?
Like, last week was about fucking like showering which way. I think the week before that was about pissing in the shower.
Jake spends a lot of time in the shower.
I spend a lot of time in the shower thinking. I have not intended them to all be shower themed. That's just when I think about stuff.
That's because you fucking fall asleep in the shower.
That's true. That's
It's been a
true.
while, but yeah.
You know,
You sit there dream a lot. Should I ask?
To answer your question, it depends on the shit. It literally all depends on the shit. Like sometimes if you just have like a small one and you know there's nothing there, you just fuck it, you go straight back in. If you're a fucking big sloppy one, you gotta wipe that shit down.
Sure.
I
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's good.
That's what I meant. When I said we all had the same answer, that was.
Thank you for the donation, Marla. We love you.
Oh, sick! Yeah.
This is our most successful money stream we've ever
All you gotta do
had.
Just
We're
keep.
making money, hand over fist, boys.
I don't
So
know.
you just keep airing out dirty laundry every episode, and we're gonna keep getting those donos. I swear.
The
Jeez.
more shit and shower talk we make, the more money we make.
Technically, we lost money because both me and you donated. So really, we're 50% down. But I mean, the activity's way up. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm loving the activity from the chat.
Yeah, we're
No,
going off.
everyone
Thank
calm
you all
down.
for your support today. It's all been a.
When are we
actually
doing
really
a
good-
shower episode?
Well, we got to do the hot tub
from
episode.
our showers.
That's-
I'm showering right now.
Actually-
I'm bathed in water right now.
That's not a bad idea. Now that you're remote, Jake,
That's
we
what-
could do like a shower stream. Yeah.
that's what I wanted to ask. Just like to finish things off, I think at some point we should bring some conspiracies to the table.
I was thinking this.
Ooh.
I was thinking this. This is good. Also,
But
I actually had a topic that was. I think I had a topic that was also a bit similar. That is, it's kind of a conspiracy, but kind of not. It's more of a mental disorder. But I want to talk about that next week.
Please write it
but
down
no,
so you don't forget.
No, it's in my notes. It's just something
Okay.
we never like. It can become a long topic
Yeah.
depending if you guys know about it or not. So for conspiracy, so what are we going for? I think we should bring the conspiracy that we believe the most, but also like I feel like we need to like just
All right.
in our group chat just say that like the
Conspiracy.
title or what it is, so that way we're not all coming together
Yeah.
the same one. We all need our own unique one, and maybe if you want to add more, depending on the homework you want to do, the most like your least believable conspiracy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because-
I was just gonna say
because
I don't
it's-
know if I have time to look into it this week. It might have to be in 2 weeks or something.
I already know
Yeah,
what I
but
want
you
to
don't-
talk about. I already know what I
If you
want to
don't
talk
have
about.
time, you don't have time. Because like a believable conspiracy is actually sometimes some of the more smaller ones where it's just like an isolated incident that was a
Yeah.
bit too sus. That maybe didn't make much news coverage, but like it's
Yeah.
really believable. It's a bit vague.
Well, if even then, like, just if you have it and you're ready, just bring it to the fucking table and we'll just talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it becomes that week's Alex's, next week's
Yeah.
mine.
Well-
We'll see how it goes.
I've got a good one where it's like a very small thing, but there's massive explanation for it, and it actually like is probably not a conspiracy. Just no one knows
Write it in
about
the chat. Write it in the chat
Nah, I'm not doing
right
it.
now. No, because I want to know what it is.
Do you actually wanna know?
Like I don't want to. I'm not going to research it.
Are
I wanna,
you?
like,
Oh,
see
sorry.
the word.
I thought you meant the
Yeah.
Twitch chat.
Oh,
you mean
my
you mean
bad.
our
I never said
chat?
I meant group chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have said like send it messenger. That
Right,
was-
hold on. I'll send it now. I want to see your reaction.
Cause I want to know.
Just-
Because I want to know if it's what I actually was going to say
Nah,
this week.
I doubt it.
Just to kind of end it on a bit of a sad note, I don't know
Oh,
if I'm
no,
when I'm
not that.
in Victoria, I don't know if I'll be able to.
Oh fuck yeah.
I might be able to do audio
Hmm.
because it's all shared. Everything is shared, and I don't know if there's any private. There won't be any private rooms, so
Yep.
I might be able to chuck some like AirPods in. But I reckon I'll do like I reckon I might do what we could do is I pop in for a bit, talk, and then maybe have a co-host for the time being.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
I'll definitely try and be there as much as I can.
well, if you want, like, it's like it wouldn't matter too much if it's audio as well. So yeah, just you do what you can, really.
I think audio should be right. I might
Yeah.
just get a bit of back chat from either people there.
Change
or
your
it depends
profile
on when
picture
I'm-
to something stupid, so every time
I
you
reckon
talk, it's just that.
you'd be surprised. You might actually be able to find somewhere to have
Yeah,
like
probably.
private. Because
I'm
private time is
sure-
a pretty big thing.
I'm sure if I tell people like just be conservative, like conservative.
I'm doing
about
this
what
for
I'm doing.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah, I just
Should be right.
it's kind of weird. I don't care, but at the same time, I don't want people to look at me like, look at this fucking
Yeah.
weirdo. Like,
Especially if you
just
start
sit there.
talking about
even if
shitting
you like just
before a
even if you just
shower.
end up like at the supermarket and you're just in the like the back office there.
Yeah, just on the toilet. Take a
Toilet,
quick hour break.
dude, toilet would be a brilliant one.
That'd be excellent. Yeah, get the video
Give me
screen
some-
And
going.
in solidarity, I'll be on my toilet seat the entire time. So.
I'll do
Yeah,
something
what a
equally as
theory, bro.
dumb,
What
but
theory? I don't have any theories.
No, conspiracy theory. Who's asking for it? Who's asking for it? Tell them.
G Forbes.
I don't have one. I think Alex
Yeah,
has one.
I've
Mate,
got
you
one.
know, you know
Yeah.
damn well that we just said next week. So don't you
Yeah,
think
you're gonna
that
have to
you're
You're
an-
gonna have to
fucking
come.
wait.
You're gonna have to come through
Yeah.
next
Don't
week.
be trying to fucking
Yeah.
squeeze it out of us.
drop $10 and we'll say it right now.
No,
Yeah, that's what
no, then I'm out of content for next week. Ah, fuck. Nah, we'll be right. Next, do you actually want to do the conspiracy one next week?
I could be probably ready.
I don't
next
even
week.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, eh?
What?
But I'm
Oh.
I'm keen to hear what that is.
It's well, Matt. So without
Oh.
saying too much, it's the first one that was ever like super public.
I'll tell you the thing that I wanted to talk about. Is I don't know if it will fit into the conspiracy category or not, and if you guys know about it or not. If you don't know about it, don't look it up because I'll explain it next week. But if you do know about it, I think it's a really interesting thing. But anyway, I think we're done here, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you, everyone from chat. Been a real pleasure.
Yeah, it's been
hopefully
awesome.
we see these people next week.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Been a blessing, and as always, I'll do the rollout and not extend it too much.
That's correct. You'll wrap it up real quick.
I'll wrap it up
Usually roll out, you know?
so
Real
quick,
Real quick.
really quick.
Real
All
quick,
right.
please. Can I get up?
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for everything today. We really appreciate your efforts. If you're watching this on YouTube, as you probably already can see, there's a couple buttons, one on the left, one on the right. They look good. They're picked by myself. Hope you enjoy and can keep watching our streams. We love doing it. Keep it up. Love you. Bye.